Hi everyone, welcome to the channel and the new workshop. You have to forgive me if you hear a lot of noise from outside. There's a lot of work going on outside, so there might be a bit of machinery banging and stuff like that. But yeah, right. I thought I'd give you a walk around the Land Rover series that I'm doing, and then strip that hub down. I'll show you where I'm at. Right, so that's today's video, basically tearing that down. But I thought I'd give you a quick look round. Obviously the world's shiniest chassis with an axle case on there. I'm going to do videos building that up. I've just got that swivel ball on there, and axles and various bits back from the paint, looking pretty bloody good, I'll be honest with you. Has anyone ever seen a shinier mount in their life? Which is awesome. So yeah, I need to do the rear seals on these diffs before they go in. There's no point putting them in with the old ones. Rebuilt gearbox, been in storage for quite a while, so it's very dusty, and that spring snapped on there. I'm sure there's a spare one floating around somewhere. Yeah, so hopefully when I get the back axle case back, I'll be able to get this rolling, get the engine and gearbox in it. The engine is the original engine, but it's been rebuilt by Turner Engineering, so that saves me a massive job. But yeah, today's mission: strip down these front hubs. Sorry, I'm just setting my camera stand up while I'm here. If I spin that round like that, sorry, you can't see anything I'm doing. Right. Put you in there like that. Yeah, we don't do quality videos here. You get to see all the shite. Right. Yeah, so really hard to see what you're seeing there. These hubs can be a bit of a pain to strip down and take apart. You'll have to excuse the shoddy camera work, honestly. Proper amateur hour, yeah. And you've got these flat-headed screws. These don't look to have been out for quite a while, and all three of them are in there. So what I'll do is I'll get my tools ready, we'll get the drum off. I've got brand new drums to go on there. We'll get this freewheeling mechanism off, and yeah, get it stripped. Right, back in a minute. Before I do this, I'm going to use that tool there. But before I do this, I want to do a massive shout out to, sorry John, I almost forgot, John Dingle. It was Dinglezilla on YouTube, Dingle Esquire on Instagram, who very kindly donated these benches to me. Absolute top guy. I'll try and put a picture in a minute what the benches look like. I've painted them up and everything. Top bloke, yeah, well worth the trip out to come and meet him. I owe him a massive debt for these because they are awesome and do the job perfectly well. Right, thank you, John, very much. Give his channel a like, and a subscribe. He does some quality videos. Like I said, also on Instagram. Right, what I'm going to attempt to do now, I'm not even, if I can get this in there, is I'm going to attempt to use this now. It fell out and landed in my pocket. Right. I have never successfully used one of these without taking chunks out of my skin. Every single time. I haven't tried to unscrew these, I just assumed they were knackered. Big screwdriver as well. Big screwdriver, where are you? That's not good too big, that's massive. Right. That's the world's biggest screwdriver. That'll do. These are going to need a bigger hammer on that, I think. Right. Thump hammer. Yeah, I always manage to strap my skin with these things. Oops. That got it. Easy peasy. Next. They do work a treat, these things, but they just, I'm a little, there's a little clip goes in there and it's missing, so my bit keeps falling out. Especially doing, wanting to take door hinges off and stuff like that, they work an absolute treat. Right, next thing is to try and get that drum off. That can be a challenge by itself sometimes, so I'll move that out of the way. First thing I always do is give it a good whack all the way around. See if it can be corroding onto that surface, so. Right, I'll manoeuvre this round in a second and come back to you. What I'm going to do now is try and knock it down. Just like that. And that it can be refaced inside, but that scrap pile. Well, not scrap pile. That's the maybe use another day pile. I do have a plan to make an oil burner at some point. Yeah, we don't get no fancy editing here, look. Right. Yeah, and that pretty much leaves us with that. This is the speeded up version of how we do things. Chisel. What you can do now is you can buzz that off, you can buzz them, then the hub comes off. In fact, let's do that now, shall we? Is that right? It's not the right bit for that. That's the one, which is 15. It's might get a bit of oil drop out of there, or grease. There's a bit of oil dribbling out. You don't normally get a lot, just a bit. Right, now what we need to do is this split pin, cotter pin, or whatever you want to call it. It's always the case when you're prepared, you can't find anything. You're in the wrong place. There's a little cotter pin in there. It can be a bit of a pain to get out. Go with that way. Like that. Not normally too bad on there because they don't, because of the oil and the grease, they don't tend to seize in. Unlike if you're trying to get one out the end of an axle or something like that that's not been greased, they can be a nightmare. These ones don't usually tend to be too bad. I have got a little screwdriver that I bent specifically for this somewhere. But there you go. Sorry if I'm getting in the way and I'm not filming anything. I haven't got a clue what's. Let me move this camera around. If I'm blocking the view, I do apologise. And there we go. Right. So next, size is that in there. That. Shouldn't really be tight. Now that should come off of there like that, and then you're down to your standard sort of where you'd have your dry flange on the end of it. So that's just inside there, just in case you're curious. Right, what's going to happen with these is, because there are a few dings and dints and chips on there, so these are going to be put in the lathe and just refaced. Right, now that's off. I need to get these out. Let's get this hub off. So you should have a big lock washer in there. Never reuse these washers. Always put new ones in. I don't see the point in reusing them. They're pennies to buy, so let's get some of that grease off from around there. And same as these. Why people bother hammering and chiseling them around? Don't buy one of them, they're not expensive. They shouldn't be mega tight then. The nuts you can reuse if they're in good shape, but if somebody's chiseled them, buy new ones. Again, it costs you £2 a side, so it's not worth the hassle of and the risk of breaking one. Right, that's your lock washer. Then you've got another big nut on there. Plenty of grease in here. Another big nut. That's not. It should be a little bit more tight than that. It's they're hand tight basically. You should have a little bit to get it undone, but you shouldn't have to use a actual tool on it as such. Other than that. Right, I ran out of sort of memory then on the while I was recording. Right. Right, what you should have come off there is, see if I've got you in view there somewhere, a lock washer and a bearing there. You should have an oil seal and another bearing in there. Right, let's just put that down there. In fact, put that on there, out of the way for now. Plenty of rags, you always need plenty of rags on this job. Right, let's try and get that spring off of there. That spring off of there. There's another one there as well. diameter. Locking tab, well, you can see it, locking tab there for that. And spanner. This is, was it 7/16? You can hear them looking around outside. This is obviously having all new brakes, new wheel cylinders, new bearings. And same as always, same as I always do, I don't throw anything away yet until I've replaced. Spring off of there, brake shoes. Just put them out of the way. Right, don't even throw the old brake shoes until I've got new ones ready to go on. So then I've got a reference then of what came off it originally. Right. There is a brake pipe still on there, that shouldn't be a problem. Locky tabs for these nuts here, if you can find them. So we've got one on it. They usually have two. It's all simple stuff. It's just remembering the sequence. I think I've put a few videos on doing stuff like this now, but locking tab there somewhere. I couldn't remember what extent. I know I'd done another video on doing hubs and stuff, but I couldn't remember exactly what extent I'd gone to in the video, so I thought, rather than doing the obvious thing and having a look, let's make another really long boring video. Right, that's that. These electric buzz guns do, I'm going to say windy gun, but obviously it's not. They do make life easier. Remember, put new locking tabs on when you rebuild it. Right, and then you need to undo them to get your wheel cylinder off. Make sure you adjust, sorry, I'll get you in view, look. Undo them to get your wheel cylinder off. 2 1/2 inch or 13mm. Free up your adjuster. Chuck that wheel cylinder in the bin. This is a really quick blast through what's goings on there. Right. That off there. Before I start as well, it's a good idea, really advisable, to pull your drain plug out just in case it's full of oil. Empty that out first. Right, spindle off. Now, what you should be able to do is pull your shaft down and inspect for where that is perfect. So it's like brand new. I don't think this truck's done very much mileage. There's no play or anything in there. It just feels like brand spanking new. Right, and that's that out. Sorry, first video I've done in a while, and the camera works shoddy. Yeah, it's worse than blooming normal. Right, so then you're a bit more manageable. You need to get these off. Try and use a chisel rather than a screwdriver. I do have I do have a couple of screwdrivers actually that I have sort of purposely for doing jobs like this. Yeah, but the quickest, you go to undo a screw, the quickest way to knacker that screw up is to use a knackered screwdriver that you've used for chiselling. So I do have specific screwdrivers for it. When I get the new bearings in and bits, I'll do a video putting one of these together. Right, what size are we on now? Not that size. Why can I never remember what size it is? Right, give us a minute, I'll find my socket. Right, 18mm. Whoa, it stinks that. Burning oil. Stinks horrible burning oil. Smells like rotten eggs. Wow. That's not been out of there for some time. Holy crap. Oh dear me, it's still stinking. Wow. Right. Try and get that in there flat so you're not gouging into the surface. So you're going to try and go in there flat as well. Right, that's that. Oh God, if you had smell-o-vision. It's actually, it all looks relatively, relatively new. But stinky nonetheless. Right, back side. Same again. That tab didn't want to come off. Neither did that one. That's where you, if you have got a screwdriver that you use, it comes in handy. It's always an awkward bugger, isn't there? That's it. These are often knackered, these knots. They take some punishment. Ow. Try and avoid your own hand if possible. What you're going to have in here is some shims. Probably not going to be much left of them now. But put new ones in. So if you can get these flat chisels like that, they come in handy because you can drive them all the way through. These shims, obviously these ones are knackered now. That one's all right. If you can save them, put them to one side. Buy a rebuild kit anyway. You may as well. Do it right. Do it once. That's it. You rebuild this, it'll last you another however long, years. Right, and now this is where things get snappy. Trying to get these nuts out of there to get the ring off. What I'll do is I've got some penetrating. I'll spray some penetrant on there, leave it for half an hour, and then come back to it. Right, let's give this a go, shall we? What I've got is get it in view. 12mm. The 11mm weren't quite going on there, and it's the only one I've got that will fit on this gun. So I might strike lucky and not snap any, or I might speak too soon. I might just round one off, you never know. What size is that? That's an 11mm. Oh, yeah, the 12mm's just spinning on there. Let me see if I've got any 11. Right, we have got an 11mm, yeah. That's that out there then, lovely stuff. I'll poke that out there a bit. It is a messy job, makes the right mess. Can't be helped. What's the chisel on? It's there, it's there. Try and get this retainer off. One way or another. Right, there we go. Retaining ring off. Don't try and save it, chuck it in the bin, don't be tight, buy a new one, your Land Rover's worth it. Not much left of this, is there? I'm not worried about damaging the balls. My big balls, because I've got new ones. Bloody hell. It's only a seal. What a little bugger. Well and truly seized in. Right guys, not sure where I got to before my camera started being an absolute prat. Yes, I think as I was talking about these, inspecting these for wear. Yeah, just inspect where the bearings sit and make sure it's all good basically. There's no unevenness about the surface or anything like that, or heavy scoring or anything. If there are, then just replace it. There's not much point messing around. You'll keep chewing bearings and all sorts. Yeah, so that's it. Everything's stripped down. Apart from taking that cylinder off, which is easy enough. So now everything's going to give a proper good clean and through the blasting cabinet before it goes off the paint. Yeah, pins, new ones of them to go in, new everything basically. If it's perishable, then it's having new. Yeah, that's it. Right, yeah, that's it for now. So thanks again to John Dingle. Check his channel out. If you're on Instagram, give him a follow on Instagram as well. For the workbenches. And thanks to everybody that, obviously I did the video with the new workshop and stuff like that. Thanks for everybody for all the kind comments and all that lot that you've sent. It's quite overwhelming. Much appreciated. I'm saying overwhelming, you know what I mean. It's much appreciated. I'm now going to have a nice cup of tea. And it's Friday, so I'm going to have an early day. I say early day, it's probably about 3 o'clock now. I was going to look for my phone for the time. Yeah, I will get back into filming a bit more soon. I'll just be trying to get everything organised, ready for building that chassis up. So I've got people doing paint, stuff like that. Rather than me doing it, this is going to be on another level of immaculate by the time it's done. It's going to be a proper museum piece, concourse style when it's done. Fingers crossed. Right, yeah, as always, thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe. Sorry I ramble on a lot, and I'll see you next video. I'll try and get back into more videos, doing more videos as soon as I can. I don't know, I keep saying it, but I'm going to have to do a video on that T25 because the engine is knackered. So yeah, that'll be one of the next ones. See you soon, guys. Bye bye.